Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Man United are keeping tabs on the Real Madrid midfielder, and Elliot Anderson's response ahead of hosting United. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Manchester United eye Real Madrid midfielder. With the January transfer window rapidly approaching, Manchester United have already begun scouting options to further bolster the squad and aid Amorim in steering the club onwards. Now, having strengthened the attack in the previous window, United are turning their attention to reinforcing the midfield engine room come the new year and have pinpointed Camavinga as the priority target. With the player still tied to a contract that runs for another 4 years, Los Blancos are in no hurry to offload him. That said, they would be open to a sale should an offer in the region of £70 million land on the table, and United are willing to meet that valuation. Camavinga thrives in a double pivot midfield role but is equally at home as a box-to-box operator. What's more, he can slot in at left-back if the need arises. He covers the ground swiftly, is technically assured, can glide past opponents in congested areas, and contributes solidly in defensive phases. At just 22, the lad is brimming with talent and has the makings of a world-class midfielder down the line. That said, he has been plagued by niggles in recent seasons, and United would do well to keep that in mind before pressing ahead with a deal. All the same, it will be fascinating to see whether the Old Trafford outfit make a firm move to bring him in next year. Shocking response from Elliot Anderson ahead of United clash. Manchester United are set to travel to the City Ground to face Nottingham Forest in the Premier League's 10th match week of the 2025-2026 season. In the build-up to the fixture, Elliot Anderson has emerged as one of the standout names this term, with Manchester United reportedly placing him firmly on their radar for a midfield role. The young Nottingham Forest midfielder has been a model of consistency in the engine room, serving as the driving force behind his side's play in every outing. When it comes to contributions, Anderson excels not only in ball distribution but also boasts a mature reading of the game for someone just 22 years old. Since joining Forest from Newcastle United in the summer of 2024, Anderson has racked up more than 50 competitive appearances. His displays have not only aided Forest's survival at the top flight but have also propelled him into the England senior squad. 4 caps across the last 2 international windows stand as proof that Anderson's talent is now recognized at the elite level. It is this very consistency that has made his name one to watch in the Premier League. Amid Forest's efforts to steer clear of the relegation zone, Anderson has shone as one of the most influential figures. He is battling not just for his club but also to keep alive his chances of featuring in the World Cup with the England national team. Yet behind his stellar form, Anderson's future has become the subject of heated transfer speculation. Several big clubs are monitoring his progress, including Manchester United. The Red Devils are said to be among those keen on securing Elliot Anderson's services. The Old Trafford hierarchy have earmarked the midfielder as a prime target to bolster their engine room come the summer. Anderson is seen as possessing a modern style of play that aligns perfectly with the demands of Ruben Amorim's side. For Manchester United, Anderson is viewed as a valuable addition to a midfield undergoing transition. His blend of energy, vision, and adaptability makes him a natural fit for the fast-paced, progressive style being cultivated at Old Trafford. That said, United are aware they are not alone in their interest. Competition is expected to be fierce, particularly if Anderson signals a desire for a fresh challenge next season. Ahead of the match, Anderson addressed the rumors in a measured way, acknowledging that the speculation was indeed circulating in the press but insisting he did not wish to delve into it too deeply. He noted that Manchester United were a dream club for many and that pulling on the shirt of a side of their stature had been a childhood ambition. However, he stressed that his focus remained squarely on his current employers, emphasizing that the team would be giving everything to secure points during this challenging period and start climbing the table, with full faith in the current coaching setup. Manchester United's pursuit looks far from straightforward. Nottingham Forest are reportedly demanding an astronomical fee for their young star. The Tricky Trees have slapped a price tag of between £100 million and £120 million on any club wishing to prize Anderson away from the City Ground. Rivals such as Arsenal and Liverpool are also believed to be keeping tabs, ready to pounce if United hesitate. Such a staggering valuation will surely give Manchester United pause for thought before advancing further. Forest themselves are under no pressure to sell, with Anderson contracted until June 2029 and no release clause in sight. This puts the club in complete control of the player's destiny. The club's owner, Evangelos Marinikis, has publicly vowed to build a squad capable of challenging the top six, making Anderson's retention a cornerstone of that vision. Nevertheless, circumstances could shift if Forest fail to preserve their Premier League status. Relegation to the Championship would likely see Anderson's market value plummet. Conversely, survival would strengthen their bargaining position, enabling them to rebuff even the most lucrative bids. A mid-table finish, increasingly plausible given their recent form, could see the asking price climb even higher by summer. Dimitar Berbatov sends a shocking message to Benjamin Sesko. Dimitar Berbatov, the legendary former Manchester United striker, has recently delivered a stern message to Benjamin Sesko, the Red Devils' new frontman. Berbatov is convinced that Sesko must display a nastier edge in his play if he is to thrive at Old Trafford. This view comes amid Sesko's promising yet improvable performances, with plenty of room still for growth. The advice was shared on the Rio Ferdinand Presence podcast, lending extra weight from a true club icon. Sesko became Manchester United's priciest acquisition in the summer transfer window, arriving for £74 million from RB Leipzig. His signing formed part of a wholesale revamp of the club's attacking options, aimed at restoring United's cutting edge in domestic and European competitions. The 22-year-old Slovenian international is tipped to become the new spearhead up top. This move also underscores manager Ruben Amorim's ambition to forge a more competitive squad. In his early outings, Sesko netted his first 2 Premier League goals in successive matches before the latest international break. Yet he was also left on the bench for United's superb victory over Liverpool at Anfield. This has sparked questions about his adaptation to the more demanding league. The gaffer's decision to drop him highlights that Sesko still needs to prove his consistency at the highest level. Sesko's display against Brighton caught the eye positively, as he laid on an assist for United's third goal, scored by Mbeumo. Nevertheless, Berbatov remains optimistic but insists Sesko must dominate games more forcefully. The ex-Bulgarian star believes Sesko should impose himself and demand greater input from his teammates. That assist serves as proof of Sesko's creative potential beyond merely finding the net. Berbatov advises Sesko to play with supreme confidence, even bordering on arrogance, by actively demanding the ball from teammates during his runs. He stresses the importance of showing belief that every sprint deserves respect and a precise pass. Sesko is expected to trust his ability to capitalize on those chances. Such an attitude, Berbatov reckons, will help Sesko establish authority in United's forward line. Furthermore, Berbatov urges Sesko to show anger if the ball fails to arrive despite a well-timed run. He could shout or express frustration in a way that teammates understand, without making it personal. The goal is to assert his presence on the pitch and encourage passes his way. This emotional approach is often employed by the world's top strikers to galvanize the side. Berbatov also recommends that Sesko be more vocal off the pitch, such as at halftime, before, and after matches. He believes players need to be more aggressive and emotive in communication, rather than always being polite mates. In this way, the team can push each other for better performances. Such forthright dialogue can strengthen bonds behind the scenes. Whoever holds the captain's armband, including Sesko if required, must lead by example in demanding more from themselves and others. Berbatov emphasizes that a tougher team dynamic will foster unity, even if it involves minor confrontations for the greater good. This sort of leadership is vital in a big club like Manchester United during its transitional phase. Ultimately, Berbatov reminds that for a striker, it all boils down to the number of goals scored. If they don't come in sufficient quantities, criticism will follow. He suggests Sesko concentrate on training inside the box, repeatedly practicing simple tap-ins, to get into the habit of scoring easy goals and sharpen his predatory instincts in front of goal. Consistent drills like these could be the key for Sesko to become a prolific marksman in the Premier League. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.